this? Yo, I'm Gilchrist, and today I've been asked a lot about my van. I've bought this van to live out of and to travel in and do a bunch of stuff, and I keep getting questions about it. I keep getting questions about what I've done to the inside, what I'm going to be doing in the future, where I'm going to be traveling to, and all sorts of questions, right? A lot of people have asked me what the fuck I'm doing, like what I'm doing with the back, like what I'm doing with my life, and all sorts. So I thought I would go through everything in this video and give you guys a little van tour. It's very minimalistic. I really like it. It's my personal, like this is my style of van right here. Yeah, before I get into that, I need to clean this and I need to drive to London. So let's do that, and then let's maybe talk about it on the way, or talk about it when we get there. We'll see how it goes. Right, Mr. Charlie's here, finally. Right, I've got to have your reaction to the back, because you ain't seen it yet, have you?
Never.
Right, go for it, open it.
Oh man, kitted out with the pink zebra, you know.
Mate, trust, you know it. Ayo.
That's literally calm.
Mate.
You don't need a house, bro.
Exactly, you know it. I just told my man here that I've never played FIFA before.
I don't know how. How old are you?
21.
He's a grow up, mate.
Yo guys, just quickly wanted to butt in here and just quickly say, I just wanted to give a massive shout out to Valley Extracts, just because if you haven't been watching the live streams, then you don't really know, but they have been making the live streams so much fun recently, just because they've been like proper just, you know, helping out the channel and everything. So I just wanted to give them a big shout out to go follow their Instagram. Go follow their Instagram. It's just Valley Extracts. You can see it right there. Go give them a follow. Go smash them a follow. I'm sure they would appreciate it. I'll go follow some people who follow them as well. So you should go do that. That'd be sick. Cheers, guys.
Never played FIFA before.
I just I played.
That's probably my favourite.
I think I played the mobile version of FIFA for like
okay.
Nokia.
Yeah.
You know, like the Nokia ring.
Like, or the Engage.
Yeah.
Bro, did you have an Engage?
Yeah, I think so.
Bro,
Well, no, the one that I had the best Nokia. I had, I forget the actual number of it, but it was like the flip out one that had like a square screen. It looked like a regular brick one. When you flipped it, it had like a QWERTY keyboard with like a really small square screen in the middle.
Slide up or flip out?
No, it like flipped over itself, like it pulled out on itself.
Cell phone.
yeah. Well, it looked like a flip phone, but
yeah.
normally before you even flipped it out, it looked like a regular phone.
Oh, okay.
Like it just looked like a brick phone, and then you revealed a QWERTY keyboard.
You
Yeah.
FIFA on a QWERTY keyboard on an old Nokia. Fair play.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. What are you thinking? Cozy, yeah? Cozy?
Bro, this is what you need.
Right, so I figured we should go through some of the previous vehicles that I've owned and lived out of, and why I did that. So I got really inspired to live out of a vehicle all the way back in like 2014. Back then, that was when me and my friend Jason used to travel around all of the time. We weren't like the best of friends back then, we just kind of knew each other, and I always used to see his vlogs, and I always used to see him traveling around in his little Nissan Micra, and I would see him just pull up and like sit in the back, and that would be it, and like he would sleep in the back for the night. And I proper rated that. I really rated how you could just, you know, have the inspiration to live like that and not even live out of a house. And that was my first experience with like the van life per se, because that's more car camping, but it all kind of lumps together, right? So I was living in America, and I had like fallen out with the person who I had an apartment with. And so I was like, fuck this, I'm not going back to this apartment, right? So when I came back into America, I had this like fuck situation. I'm sure a lot of people know about it. I ended up staying with Sam Pepper for a couple of days with Jason. He overheard me and Jason talking about the fact we wanted to get a van, and he ended up buying an airport shuttle bus, and we each owed him $1,000. That's a story for another time. If you want to know the full story behind that fuck situation, and behind the dickhead Sam Pepper, then go check that in the description. Yo guys, so as you know, I've been in America for quite a while now, and I've had this weird plan to do a road trip and come see some of you guys. So we got all of this shit here. Yeah, we're not using any of that. But we got this. It's a long story. It's way too far for me to go on this. But long story short, we ended up owning an airport shuttle bus, right? Like, this airport shuttle bus was like massive. I'm talking like we swapped out the front to have a sofa as the front seats, right? Like, it was huge. And so my first experience with like actually having a vehicle to have like the van life was like the most ultimate vehicle ever. Like this massive thing, right? It absolutely mental. So after this road trip from hell, we managed to escape from Sam Pepper after I'd been with Eugenia Cooney for like a week and stayed at her house and stuff. Me and Jason ended up buying a van. We ended up getting this little Nissan, this little Nissan van, and we got this van for $600, yeah? We got this van, the $600 van, right? And you think, well, why was this van $600? It wouldn't go over 3,000 RPM, so we would be going down the highway and we'd be like, yeah, 65 miles an hour, let's go, boys! So that was our little, that was our vehicle after then, right? So after America, we could not be dealing with that. We could not be going back out there. Me and Jason were like, how about we get something on par with the Nissan, but in England instead? Why not? How great would that be? What could go wrong? Oh, damn, that car right there is banging. I wish I could show that to you. Holy shit. But yeah, so we're like, we need something similar to the Nissan, right, when we were in England. We need something on that same vibe. We had some crazy trips in that. It was amazing, right? What can we get? We found a Piaggio Porter. Oh. Haha. For 400 quid. For 400 quid. It seemed like it ran well. Did a little test drive in it. It seemed all good. Let's go to the Netherlands. Then begins the adventures of Jason and Drew. This is getting into 2016 now. The adventures of Jason and Drew. We went out to the Netherlands. We were out there for like a week. We did some crazy stuff. We came back into England, and the drive shaft fell off. The drive shaft fell off forwards. So like, we're on the motorway driving, and just suddenly, boom, 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 we like pole vaulted. We like went up, like almost did a front flip. The traffic officers stopped and were very kind, and yeah. Oh my god. So the Piaggio Porter was done, and I was like, damn. And Jason was like, right, I never want to get a vehicle like that ever again. I only had a provisional at this point in time, so I actually hadn't been driving any of these things unless somebody else was in the passenger. And I was like, you know what, I need to get a driving license. So now we're getting into 2017, yeah, and I'm like, yo, I need to get a driving license, I need to get a car. And I bought a little Mazda.
Other guys burn that in my soul and in my brain. I'm young, my mind is old and need a cane. I just like Naruto through my veins, smoke a hidden leaf, help me ease the pain. Thoughts from years ago drive me insane. See a person draining all the rain. I thought about the losses and the gains. I'm in my head, I'm smoking on the strain. In my element, I feel like aim. Every time we met, we always bang. I don't really want that shit to change.
Mate, you don't have a fucking license.
Fuck off. I bought a little Mazda 2, and my first goal was that I'd get a little trailer and put it on the back, and I very quickly realised that the Mazda 2 does not have enough power to pull a trailer, so that was a no-go. But what I did do was I realised that I could fold down all of the seats and the passenger seat and then put in like a fold-out futon in the boot. So that way when I park up, I can just fold down the seats, fold out a bed, and then I have a full, just single bed in the side of my car. So I did that. I lived out that for a long time, in and out, and you know, I had my apartment in London and stuff, and that was sick. I've gone through many vehicles since then. I'll just show you this post on Instagram. I've car camped in every single one except for the taxi because I proper got messed around for my insurance on that, and I only owned it for about 2 months. And then we're now in the position where I'm in now, which is 2019, and I bought this van. I bought this van and I've converted the back out of it. I've done it all myself. I've got my own driving license. I'm on my own adventures, and it's gonna be crazy. And what a perfect time to end up this story, because I'm pulling off the motorway. I'm going to skate. I want to challenge something. You guys have seen those other van life videos so far, right? You guys have seen like Steve-O's van life video and stuff. I'm going to do Steve-O's trick, that fakey gazelle. I am going to do that trick, and I've never done it before.
Nah, I gotta get a trick.
So, you've heard my stories of everything that I've lived in the past and stuff that I've been traveling around in, and it's been kind of nuts. And I'm sure you can tell that throughout all this experience, the one thing that I've realized is I need to keep my stuff minimalistic. I need to keep it simple, and if I was to lose this van, I need to be able to redo the inside of it in a single day. That's kind of the way that I see it, because I've gone through so many things with so many people and so many different adventures that I would feel really sad if I lost something that I put crazy amounts of time into. But let me show you guys how it is set up. So this is what it's looking like on the inside. We've got a nice little bed set up and a nice chair. I know I'm probably gonna get a bunch of comments from people being like, oh, well, if your head's there, you can't see the front. But like, this is all like covered up anyway while I'm sleeping, and also the bed is like slightly upwards of this way, so if the head's over that side, then it feels really weird to sleep. Let me just tell you that. What else have I got in here? Yo, obviously this has probably come out to some people. This is a chair, but it folds out into a bed, so that way if I have somebody else with me, they want to come on an adventure, they have a bed and it's going to be nice and it's going to be comfortable. Obviously got to bring my skateboard with me everywhere, and like I said, underneath the bed is just storage for all of my clothes and food and whatnot. Maybe I should do a video about like the organization of that, but I feel like that's too boring for this video. I know a lot of people are going to ask, but Drew, like, like how are you going to make your food? Like what, you're just eating cold food? No. Look, always got to have a camping stove ready, on the ready. Always got to have some butane there as well. Then you can just whip it out, you stick it on the floor and you make your food. Yeah, it's easy. And it just means, look, so I've got this thing, I've got a box. It has wheels, it drives, and it can take me wherever I want. And I can just stay there. So I know the thing that's on a lot of people's minds right now is, Drew, look, it all seems good. You've got a bed, you've got nice walls, you've got carpet, you've got a spare seat for somebody else to come along, you've got your food, you've got a stove. Seems sick, right? But where's your electricity? How are you charging your phone? You're always just running off your car battery? Surely that's not good. Well, the thing is, at the moment, I am just doing that. I'm just running off the car battery. I don't really have a laptop or anything right now. And I don't really have too much that needs to be charged all of the time or overnight. I think when I start IRL streaming, obviously I'd like to get some batteries charged, and it would be nice to have a laser battery, get a splitter in there and everything. But for the time being, I don't really need it because as you can see, I haven't done anything to the roof yet. Because as you can see, so as you can see, I haven't done anything to the roof yet, and that's just because I haven't done the electrics. And as soon as I do the electrics, I'm obviously going to want to stick in some lights. Now I know what you're thinking as well. Oh, Drew, I didn't even think about that before. But how are you doing your lights? You see these are nice, some nice fairy lights. These run on batteries. I've got a nice big light in my storage. I don't really want to get it out because I can't be bothered to rummage through all my storage, but I've got a nice massive light from Decathlon for nighttime. That just charges, it's just a USB charge, like 10-15 minutes to charge, like it'll light up for like maybe 2-3 hours. So that's pretty good. So right now I don't need a leisure battery. I can just I can just jump in here, I can drive wherever, and I'm off. And then this is my little apartment. And I can be anywhere. But yeah, so this is pretty much the minimum that you need to do to have a van that you can live out of. Obviously, you don't need to have my fancy walls and me carpet. You just need a bed. So this only cost me a couple £100 to do out the back of this. I don't need anything fancy. I'm actually redoing the entire of this just at the end of summer because I don't have any insulation and also at the same time, I don't really utilize space that well. Like if you see, my bed does straight take up half of the inside of the whole van. So I think my next goal is to have it so it's like sort of a sofa in the back, and then the sofa like folds out and at night I can have the whole space on the bottom. So yeah, I think that's my goal. If anyone has some cool plans as well, you want to come on the adventure with me and do some crazy stuff, let me know in the comments. I seriously, I need more van life people to know in my life. I've been doing this for like 6 years and I probably know about 3 people who live out of vans. Like, you know, I've been doing this long before the whole hashtag van life on Instagram. Like, you know, I lived out of an airport shuttle bus in 2015 with some psycho. So maybe I got into this in a different way to most people. But I'm here, van life people. And this is my mini house. So I'm gonna see you guys soon. We're gonna do some crazy adventures in this. Look, this might even be episode 1 of van life. What do you guys think of that? Do you guys want more? Do you guys want to know? Look, hit me up. Let's get it going. Just let me know in the comments. I will see you guys soon. And if there's anything else that you want to know about the van or about how I go about my life and like living out of it and such, all you got to do is let me know. Safe one. In a bit. Peace out.
In my element, I feel like aim. Every time we met, we always bang. I don't really want that shit to change. Got some feelings out the other night. Body fucked up, but my mind is right. These are red light, it give me light, yeah. I don't wanna talk about the past. Rubber bites are on my legs and ass. Dirty body itch and smoking gas. I was waiting for this shit to pass. Never really did it, now I'm here. Thought I give it time, it's gotta clear. But now it's all the same as last year. Slowly turning into shit I fear. Can't control the